It is June 3rd, 2021, and this is the latest news for Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. And here's a hint. It's good news. Follow along.
You're watching dcbornrob, erasing borders. And now, the news.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located, and thanks for watching. My name is Rob Christian, also known as dcbornrob or DC Rob or Rob. Answer to them all. Thank you guys for watching. In this video, this is the latest information for Colombia, and let me tell you something. It's good news. This is the news that you guys have been waiting for months, a year, a little over a year. Anyway, let's just jump into the first story. First step, this story I have coming from La Garda World. Okay, and it's just I want to go over the fact that, okay, there is a current curfew until the 8th of June. It is midnight until 5 a.m. in Medellin, Colombia. After that, no curfew. That's right. There's no curfew. Where's the sentence that matters here? Medellin, a nightly midnight to 5 a.m. curfew will remain in place until the morning of June 8th. All restrictions and curfews will be lifted June 8th. That's right. No more curfew. No more curfew. This is 3 weeks after I left. Are you kidding me? Okay. This one, just to reiterate, curfews in Medellin and Antioquia, March 25th to June 7th. This is going through the entire thing. But basically, a curfew in dry law in Medellin and Antioquia was during Semana Santa and extended to June 7th, with nightly curfews due to an increase in ICU occupancy in Medellin and Antioquia. Note, there will be no curfew in Medellin June 1st to June 8th. So they stopped it already from June 1st to June 8th. After that, for sure, there's nothing. Okay. So after the 8th of June, rest assured there is no curfew. Everything is wide open. They just said, okay, we're going to start wilding out. So let's see how all this pans out. Okay, next story. This one's from El Tiempo. This states the key points of the resolution that decrees the reopening of Colombia. So this is the real good news for anybody who wants to visit Colombia. The real good news. This states the Ministry of Health issued Resolution 777 on June 2nd, through which the criteria for the development of economic and social activities and biosafety measures that must be taken in the reactivation stage that the country will enter are defined from next June 8th. So again, June 8th is this date that they've set. Through that Resolution 777 of 2021, all of the protocols that have been established and were being developed after Resolution 666 of 2020 and other administrative acts that existed for each productive and social sector that are repealed and canceled. In this way, all the measures that have been carried out so far are changed in an important way, said the Minister of Health, Fernando Ruiz Gomez. Among the main modifications, the elimination of the Corona app requirement for domestic flights. This, Ruiz explained, because the increasing air traffic lines have been generated at airports that become an agglomeration mechanism. On the other hand, it is the resolution that the mandatory nature of the PCR test for the entry into the country is eliminated. Let me repeat this last sentence. On the other hand, it is in the resolution that the mandatory nature of the PCR test for entry into the country is eliminated. There is no more PCR test. I don't know if it's starting today or on the 8th, but this resolution is doing away with it. If you are headed to Medellin, Colombia, make sure you stop by one of Sweet Georgia Cafe locations, or either both. One's in Laureles, one is in Poblado. Make sure you tell the owner, Rob, that DC Rob sent you there. As well as if you're in the Poblado neighborhood, make sure you stop by Brooklyn's restaurant and see Chef Jay. Also, if you need airport pickups or drop-offs, call my man Andres. His information will be below, and he's my guy for tours. Just to go over it again, this is from El Tiempo. El Tiempo, Colombia will no longer request PCR tests from travelers. This is hot off the presses this morning. The Minister of Health, Fernando Ruiz, explained Wednesday the guidelines for Resolution 777 of 2021, which sets the criteria of the economic and social reactivation of the country. Colombia will no longer request the requirement the PCR test to travelers for both Colombian and foreign who enter the country. Corona app will also be removed. Now, Corona app, if this is the check MIG, then you don't have to deal with that anymore. They didn't worded as check MIG. They're just saying Corona app, and I would assume it is the check MIG. So it looks like it's wide open. They're wilding out. One last story, just right quick. Colombia reopens border with Venezuela after 14 months of closure due to pandemic. They finally opened up the borders with Venezuela. And you know they're having issues already on the border anyway. The militaries are fighting at the border. People are sneaking across it. It's a crazy border. But this just states Colombia reopens border with Venezuela after 14 months of closure due to the pandemic. In a resolution, Colombia's Interior Ministry ordered the gradual reopening of the 2,200 kilometer border crossing. The Colombian government opened its river and land borders with Venezuela on Wednesday, closed since March 2020 to stop the coronavirus pandemic. Boom. Good news. Good news. Good news. It is June. It is June 3rd, 2021. And that is your good news for today. Thank you guys for watching. And please be safe.
We have a YouTube channel. Like it.
Please comment and share if you liked the video. Please subscribe and kick the bell.